not done this in probably 4 years, probably longer. I'm going to do a search on the internet using just natural sequence of words to form a question about my product. All right. Excel software for poultry layer farm management. This is for my Excel VB poultry farm manager software. All right, this is the string. I'm just going to type it. I'm searching for an Excel solution, and I want to say that on page 1 of Google, my website, my solution, my software will pop up as well. Let's go. I haven't done this in years. All right. Of course, there will be other ones that will pop up, but mine will also be on page 1. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'm talking about doing this. I'm doing this even though I've not done any article marketing for years now. All right. That is how sticky the results can be. Okay, let's see. Okay, great. If you go from the top here, you can see all the results. I'm sure you can pause the video if you want to take a look. I'm just going to show you where I come up. All right, you can see now. That's me. This is tasholagbadi.com. Can you see that? Poultry Farm Manager, PFMGR. I'm going to click on it and open in a new browser tab. All right, while I continue searching. Okay, so that's one place I pop up. This is in google.com, right? Then there's going to be other search engines I'm going to check. Remember, I have not done anything regarding content marketing for these products for years. I think since before COVID-19, that was the last time I really did any intelligent. Because what you do is, when you do web marketing on a continuous basis for a period of years, you get to a point where you have your content concentration, the density of content is quite great. I think I have a connectivity problem, and so you get to a point where it becomes sticky. It doesn't mean you won't move up, but you move down slowly. But generally, the ranking you get is because of the link backs and all the traffic. The robots would have indexed you to a point where you pop up for that particular search string, or at least those keywords. You understand? So this is the page that was linked to from the results on google.com. All right, I'm browsing at the moment in Google Chrome. This is the page. This page, you can see the age of the page. Okay, it's not even the age of the page. It last updated on 2014. This page was created in 2010, right? And I've evolved my web marketing to ensure that this page pops up a lot. This page is a squeeze page. All right, there's a banner that's going to appear here. The connection is rather slow this night. It's about 3:30 a.m. on the 28th of September. You can see that that's a screenshot for the software. This is an Excel. That's an Excel VB login screen. It's not Excel as you know it, please. Very different. Now this is the explanatory video. I'm not going to bother to try and play it. And you can see the URL I had then for it. I actually had a URL for my farm business support services, farmceo.net. I tested a lot of these things before I narrowed down to what I do today. So when I'm telling a client what I want them to do, I'm talking about having, based on experience I've acquired, doing it for myself. All right. So this is the form they fill. This is the people fill this from God Almighty, from all over the world: Haiti, America, Mexico, Canada, what's it called? Uganda. So many countries: Malawi, Botswana, Burkina Faso. I have a database, and I made a lot of sales. Now you can see all the write-ups. You see, this is what helps the engine. You can see those URLs to each of some of which are very, very popular articles. These are articles, some of them I did them as a guest posts on third-party websites, NigeriansBusinessCommunities.com, blah, 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 blah. And all these things helped. So you see this page comes up quite a bit. But it's not the only thing that comes up. I have a YouTube video. I have 15 YouTube videos for this software in particular. They come up as well. This is an example. Now, this is in Google Chrome, right? This is in google.com, Google Chrome, right? I'm going to go to Firefox. I'm doing this deliberately. So that string, I've copied it, pasting it here, just so I don't have to type again. All right. Now, I'm using a third browser because it's going to take me to a different search engine, as you know. This is Microsoft Edge, right? Just, you can see the logo there. All right. So let me just paste again the same search. I'm doing a search. So it's going to search from bing.com. It's going to be interesting. Google brings me up, right? What does bing.com say when people do a search for the same thing? All right. I'm just using this particular string as an example. All right. I do not understand why it's taking this long. I know I have to cut the clip anyway. Let's go back to Chrome. Okay, this is Chrome, I believe. Yes, this is Chrome. Oh no, this is Firefox now. Okay, so this was, let me check. Okay, this was Chrome. Let me check this. Okay, this is okay. Now I'm back in what's it called, Microsoft Edge. So you can see how it starts. There's this definition of Poultry, blah blah blah. Doesn't matter to me. All right, so let's scroll down and see if I pop up. These are not me. These are not me. I mean, this is years later now. Oh, there you go. That's me. You see that? That's my beautiful. You can see on the other side what popped up was my page, my squeeze page. Here, what popped up is the actual video, the very first video I published. I believe this was in Benin Republic. Yes, this is the video that I launched that enabled me to begin to sell online. In 2013, I posted this video and it just created. God, I just started getting inquiries for that software. All right. So if you go down, let me see. Okay, so that's it. You can see. So this video, I'm opening it in a new page. This video was the promotional video I created. It was a demonstration video. So again, I pop up in Bing.com using Microsoft Edge. Now imagine that 2 different search engines pick me out and bring me onto page 1 of results. And you think that kind of system is not something you want? You go and pay money for advertisement when people love to get the organic results. They don't trust sponsored ads as much as they trust the naturally generated, the organically generated results from the search engine. They believe that one is more representative of what the internet says is valuable to people, because people are going to be frequenting a place where they're getting value. So I pop up on page 1, even though for years I've not promoted my content at all. That speaks volumes. Let's open the software. Let's open the video and see what it looks like. And see how many views the videos have got. So you can understand. I'm sure you can hear that. Let's take a look at how many views. Look at that. 27,000 views. Look, I updated it in August 2020. All right.
An example of how
I updated the description. All right. I've added some information, So look at that. So in 2020, that was the last time I think I came around here. Look at what the information here. You can always come to this page. I'm going to put a link in the description for this video. But look at that. So this is a video of, so the software has become so much more improved since then. But I don't even bother to promote it anymore. I actually give people what is called reseller licenses. And I only offer it now to people who are clients that have verified are really going to be able to make good use of it in terms of if they're going to resell it or use it. I don't even promote it anymore. And yet it's still popping up on page 1 of Google when you do a search. What that speaks volumes for what this web marketing system is able to do for anybody. That's let's go to this is okay, so this is now
it doesn't have automated forms like when most of the application is meant to be a bit cheaper. But I want you to see how entries are made into it and
all right, this is way back. This video was recorded in 2013 November. Now let's go to Firefox. This is Firefox. Let's see what the result was like. Okay, I'm scrolling down. See, oh, there you go. Again, okay, well, because Firefox, of course, is using Google as a default engine. Okay, so I guess it brings up the same thing. Google is the one throwing up the results here. So I'm not saying it's browser specific. I'm just trying to say that some browsers kind of favor, it depends on the settings anyway. If you favor a different engine and you set it as a default, then that's what it use. So Bing is quite a popular engine, but definitely not on the same league as Google. So whatever I've got in here, at least should be enough to indicate to whoever is watching this right now that there's a reason I'm popping up on page 1. What other website did you see that's a website for an individual like me? I'm not even a software developer by training. I created these solutions because I have a passion for Excel Visual Basic development. So I automate Microsoft Excel using Excel VB. All right. So you go to tarashlibrary.com, my website. It is there. You can see the map of the world. And I've told this to several people that you want to bring results to discuss with me. You don't want to give me silly analytics. So I decided to do another demonstration for you using a completely different start string. I did it before and I said, okay, this allows me to show something I didn't have the opportunity to show in the previous video, which is that you can have what's called SERP stacking. You have more than one result on the SERP. Page 1. You can see that I did a search. I want to use MX Excel for my Poultry Farm Manager. And guess what comes up? 2 results one following the other. Now, this result we didn't see. The second result we didn't see in the previous clip, because this one now is a result that involves the display of my PDF, the demonstration guide for the software. So in marketing content, what I found that is useful is you have a software selling. You don't put up the software there for people to download, of course not. But you can put up a user guide that shows how to use the software and use it to entice people to call you to find out about the software. That PDF you are about to see now is what came up in as second result in Google. First result we've already seen. So you see that PDF is what you're seeing on your screen. And we're about to see on your screen. It's going to be open. But I wanted to first of all explain SERP stacking. Okay. So you can see that definition that this website, I'll put the link in the description. We define SERP stacking as a company that has multiple first page rankings for the same business. It sees multiple results on the first page that directly or indirectly point or refer back to the same business, product, or service. That's exactly what I enjoyed. People used to call me a lot, tell me they did not understand how I'd have 3-4 results on page 1 of Google. That did I pay Google? I said, I don't pay kobo. I don't pay any money to advertise on Google. I do organic web marketing. Organic search engine indexing is what happens with me. This is the PDF. This PDF got me so many buyers because I took time to take my software and create screenshots of every single user interface in the software. It took me 3 days to finish this thing. I prepared all the content. You can see all the screenshots there of every interface, how to use it. Why will people not phone me because of that? Then this is the page you've seen before in the previous video. The quiz page always comes up. This quiz page always comes up. But the other stuff come up. There's the other video you saw that the video came up. Okay. So this thing makes me come up in different ways. And that's why I will sell it. That's why anybody who takes my advice and takes my guidance will sell the same way. And it will be it's timeless marketing. Years and years after I stopped doing marketing, this thing is still showing up in Google. I have not done any deliberate marketing of any of these products using new content since before COVID-19, and yet I still get the same page 1 relevance. Okay, not exactly the same thing. I've dropped a lot in the ranking. I used to have 2-3 results on the first page for most of the search strings, but I'm still popping up in page 1. That speaks volumes. So to each his own, but this system works, but it's only for people who are not crooked, and it's also only for people who are competent. If you are not competent, you can't use the system. It won't work for you. Because you can't present us the evidence to back up the claims you make. And so it will fizzle out. When people begin to engage with you, they'll walk away because they will not be convinced when they interact with you. It's as simple as that. The ultimate goal for web marketing, if you are really going to do it right, is for you to build a database of people that you can communicate with even after the so-called advertising you do, if you do any such in relation to your web marketing, is done. So even when you're done with your advertising, what do you end up with? Do you just get people contact you, they speak to you and go away? Or are you able to build a database of people that lets you see their demographics, right? Their psychographics? Do you get that kind of information from doing the so-called advertising you do? Or do you just walk blind? They just come to you, they just ask you a question, they phone you, they email you, you just respond, but you have no clue who they are. You have no way to profile them and narrow down to what their hot buttons are so that you can upsell to them later on. In fact, you have no means, indeed, to talk to them as a group where you can introduce them to new ideas about what you offer, new presentations of your content that will make them see why they should hire you, or why they should pay you, or why they should send 10 people to you, refer people to you. If you don't do your marketing in that manner, then you are shortchanging yourself. And the thing is when you build that kind of database that you can actually be saying that you're doing marketing that makes sense for the long term. So what I do is mailing list database mining, and that makes it unnecessary for me to come and sit on the web every time looking for people, placing adverts every time. I don't need to, because I've built a database of people that I can periodically upsell to, and many of them give me repeat business, so it makes it unnecessary for me to be online continually searching for clients. That's an intelligent and efficient way to make money. If you want to be able to do stuff like that, then you need to use a web marketing system like the one I use.